Welcome to Crafty Hints. I'm Chantel. We're going to do some fun Jingle Bell DIYs today. So welcome. I started with this big 4.5-inch ornament from the Dollar Tree. They have a bunch of different colors, and please excuse how mirrored it is. Anyways, you get to see a bit of me there. So I took some gold cording and I'm just going to glue it around the center of this ornament. It's going to give it kind of that look of the breakup that some bells have. I use this B7000, which is like E6000, but you really don't need it. I would stick with the hot glue, just the tiniest little bits. So wrapping it around, and the original glue that I started with, I'm just going to take my heat gun and warm that back up, and so that I can put the other end there. And then I can heat it up just a little bit more and take off any excess. And then just snip that off. This is just some gold cording that I got with some ornaments. Okay, just making sure I tack it down in a couple of spots. And the littlest bit will do so that you can't see it. You have to hunt for some good ones. A lot of those are really marked up. Okay, I made these on my Cricut and I designed this, so I will give you the JPEG. I made them 3 inches long, and so you'll want to make 4 of them. If you wanted to, you could get the black vinyl from Dollar Tree and print this out if you don't have a Cricut, and then just trace on top of it, on top of that black vinyl, and you could cut this out as well. So that's one way to do it if you don't have a Cricut. You could also use a black marker or a paint pen. That might be another alternative. Just trying to think of other ways to do this, but I think it kind of looks like a bell, truly. We're just about there. We're halfway. So I just am putting those stickers from the very bottom at the seam, and I go on each side of the seam, and now I'm going to go right on top of the seam. Super simple. I think you get a big bang for your buck here. Again, I bought 2 of these ornaments and did, so to do 2 of them so that they can hang together. I was trying to get silver. I really wanted silver bells, but they only had 1 of those. They also have red and I want to say green. So you could do a big group of them if you have a really large door or a wall that you wanted to decorate. That could be really pretty. Okay, I think it's starting to look like a bell. And I'm doing this super simple. You could put some greenery on top of it if you wanted to, or a bow on the top. I'm just going to string some ribbon through it. And I'm going to hang one just a little bit longer or lower than the other. And after I feed the ribbon through both, I just tie it together in a knot at the top. Again, super simple. This is one you could do with the kids. Well, besides a hot glue gun, maybe. Okay, once I figured out my ribbon, I decided I'm going to also want some ribbon at the top that just has a bow to kind of hide the knot when you hang it up. So tie these together, and then I just took some ribbon and I'm just tying it in a bow. I kind of play with it just a little bit because the print on this ribbon is only on one side. So I just have to be careful which part is sticking out. You might not have the same type of ribbon. That ribbon I found at Walmart last year. I did find other ribbon a little bit thinner from Hobby Lobby, and it's printed on both sides, so it's often a little bit easier if you're trying to tie a bow or something. So just make sure you get that print facing out, and then I just trimmed the ends of the bow at an angle. Oh my goodness, this bow's gonna take forever. And there they are. Aren't those cute? They're so mirrored though. You can see the bushes in there. You can even see me taking the picture. It's kind of crazy. Okay, this is part of a collab. The host is Krista from Krista's Crafty Life, and I'm the co-host. These ladies below will also have a video, so go to the playlist below. Click on the first one. It's going to take you from one to the next. Enjoy. I'm going to start here by apologizing. My SD card, this was the first video I was actually, or project I was filming, and my SD card wasn't working. I had to reformat it. But I had used those rollers to do this. I just used some, I did the whole wood round in the plaster, and then I taped it off, and I did the top and bottom in crimson. I cut out Jingle all the way, and then I cut out some strips of black. As I showed you up there, it's pretty good where I did the painter's tape, but it isn't quite perfect. You could also go over it with a paint pen if you wanted, but I thought the black would look nice and kind of, you know, play off of the words there and just draw your eye from top down. So I believe the font is Maleficent. But I can also attach down below a PNG file of Jingle all the way. So if you would like to do that, you could again trace that out. And if you're really good with scissors, cut that out. All right. Now, I really wish I had a lot more of this ribbon. This was the end of it. It really needs more to this bow. I think I may go back, use my heat gun, pull this bow off, and at least add another layer of maybe some red ribbon behind it or something. It just feels like, to me, this bow needs just a hint of something. Okay, I took a pipe cleaner through the bell, and I should have done that before I pulled this bow together, but I'm going to feed that down the center, and then I'm just going to take the zip strip and go around that. Super simple bow. And if I had more of that ribbon, those tails would have been a lot longer also, and it just adds to it. Now I grabbed some greenery. If you remember my videos last year, or if you haven't been with me, I grab garlands and I trim off of them instead of using a lot of, oh my goodness, the greenery stems. I can't even think of what we call them. Anyways, so I trimmed this down so that they all don't look identical. This is one from Walmart from last year, and it's kind of rubbery, but it looks a little bit more real, and I really like how it adds just that hint of Christmas to it. So keep stacking it until you're happy. I grabbed these bell ornaments. You could have grabbed just bells too, but the red ones that they had when I was there were too bright and shiny, and I wanted, you know, a deeper red to go with the crimson. So I'll often use some of the wire left over off of stems of other things I might have, because waste not, want not, and then that's how I glue it down. You probably don't need to, but I was trying to make sure that you don't see the gold on these bells. All right, I'm just going to glue these down. I kind of do a blob, and then I just keep feeding into that blob and staggering it. That way you don't have a bunch of glue mass. It's mostly held in the center, and then little other places that you might have to tack it down. There's a little piece of wire there. And it is covered wire, so the hot glue will still stick to it, even though, you know, it has metal in there. And I'll just do that on the other side. I think once you get to the bells and the bow in there, then you can, even decide more. Do I need more greenery draping down the sides? You could add, different types of greenery in there, some pine cones. But I thought this was another fun way to go instead of just Merry Christmas with our Jingle Bell theme. So I have Jingle all the way. Isn't that pretty? All right, we'd have to do sleigh bells. I got this faux leather from the Dollar Tree. They comes in different colors. Those are rings that I also grabbed from the Dollar Tree. I wasn't sure if I was going to use that and hang it off the hook or how I was going to do this, but I thought this would make a nice door hanger too. I got this pack of 6 bells from the Dollar Tree, and they're about 1.5 inches wide. And so I decided I wanted to go double that. So I am cutting this at 3 inches. So I'll cut 2 strips. And now I'm using heat bond. You want the ultra hold. And you just cut it to size. So I guess I could have just measured 3 inches and I made that 13 inches long. Because my bells are going to be spaced every 2 inches. All right, now I just need to use this. You put that on your hot setting or just follow the instructions there. I did about 250 degrees, making sure it's paper side up. And then there it is. It adhered to it. I have just a little bit off the edge there. Now I'm just going to snip the corners so that it can go over the ring. I took a door hanger that I had from seasons past from the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would go well with this. So that's what I'm going to use. And so I just ironed the end of it so that those were together. Now I'll put my ring on there. There we go. Just slide it up to the top. And now I'm going to fold this in half at the bottom and just do a dovetail. Give it that nice finished look. Doesn't this look like sleigh bells? We're getting there. Okay, you probably don't need to put the ties through the bells yet. That's more that gold cording I had. But I'm just marking this every 2 inches. You probably wouldn't have to lay those out because that's what I had decided later to do. But really just measuring every 2 inches. Next, I have my crocodile, and I'm just folding that in half and snipping right on either side of that dot so that I'll be able to tie these on. And this is just doing the side that I have the heat bond on. Now, if you have another hole punch, this isn't super thick, you could punch them one at a time, or you could try folding it in half and seeing if your hole punch would do it, but that crocodile is super handy. So now I'm just going to tie this on the inside. I tied 3 tiny little knots, and you can't really see it from the other side then once you adhere these together. This was the most finished way I could think of to do the sleigh bells. I thought that it'd give it a nice finished look instead of doing it with, some hot glue or E6000. And you could do the brown also. That brown faux leather might look nice with the bells. All right, I got those all on there, and now I'm just taking my parchment paper again, laying it down so that nothing gets on my iron. You can use your home iron also. Again, just follow the heat settings. And I just keep folding it in, and I'm just going to iron all the way around the bells. I think it says about 10 to 15 seconds is what it had said. So I just kind of keep going back and forth. All right, that's all ironed. Now I'm just cutting some loops. And I'm just going to glue the end of those. So we're just making a bunch of rings. Another easy way to make a bow. You don't need to try and tie it with a cording because later I realized, that's probably not going to be the strongest. So I end up going to a zip strip again. So just start with that. So I start pulling it apart, and that's when I saw that. And now I also decided to, as I'm almost closing this, I'm like, wait, why don't I just adhere it straight to it? But you have to be careful because it's going to pull to that side. So if you can fluff your bow well enough to cover up where you have it, you might want to just tie it on if not. And then I just tied another piece across the back of that just to make some tails and just snip those with dovetails again. You're going to have to let me know which one you like. And I'd love for you to subscribe, but let me know below which one is your favorite. Do go to the playlist and subscribe to these wonderful ladies. We have been friends for years. You're going to love and enjoy their DIYs as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to take a little bit of time for you and have a very blessed day.